top Leo 14 has called for the release of detainees in Gaza and urged a ceasefire in the region. He appealed to the world's nations to stop the war and welcomed the ceasefire between India and Pakistan, expressing hope that negotiations would lead to lasting peace. Additionally, he emphasized the need for genuine and enduring peace in Ukraine. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar has stated support for U.S. President Donald Trump's plan to deliver aid to Gaza. He expressed a desire to collaborate with as many organizations as possible regarding assistance for Gaza. Additionally, he emphasized the need to prevent Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. German Foreign Minister has stated that his country's priority is the release of detainees in Gaza. He expressed uncertainty about whether military action would enhance Israel's security and affirmed that Gaza is clearly part of Palestinian territories. He emphasized that the conflict cannot be resolved through military means and advocated for political solutions to end the crisis. Additionally, he supported the U.S. plan for humanitarian aid to Gaza. The fourth round of U.S.-Iranian nuclear talks has concluded in Muscat, Oman. That comes as Axios reported that the fourth round of talks between Iran and the United States in Muscat has lasted over 3 hours. The Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson stated that the fourth round of nuclear talks with Washington was challenging, yet beneficial. The Iranian Foreign Ministry also announced that Oman will coordinate and announce the next round of talks with the United States. Reuters reported that a senior Trump administration official stated that U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff engaged in both direct and indirect discussions with Iran today in Muscat. The official also confirmed an agreement to continue talks with Iran to address technical matters. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has said that Iran is not pursuing nuclear weapons but asserts its right to peaceful nuclear energy. Araghchi emphasized Iran's commitment to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and criticized Western double standards regarding nuclear arsenals, asserting that negotiations should respect Iran's rights. After Putin's remarks, Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan has informed French President Emmanuel Macron that Turkey is prepared to host negotiations between Russia and Ukraine. Erdogan also communicated by phone with Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin, expressing Turkey's willingness to facilitate peace talks between the two nations. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has described Russia's consideration of ending the conflict as a positive sign, but emphasized that the first step must be a ceasefire starting May 12th. Zelensky stated that it's a positive sign that the Russians are finally thinking about ending the conflict. He also urged Russia to confirm a reliable and lasting ceasefire. U.S. President Donald Trump has expressed optimism about a potential breakthrough for Russia and Ukraine following Russian President Vladimir Putin's proposal for peace talks with Ukraine. In his post on Truth Social, President Donald Trump suggested imminent progress in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, saying he would continue to work with both sides. Trump's efforts have so far failed to produce peace or even a lasting ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, with fierce fighting and long-range strikes continuing since his return to the Oval Office in January. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has held a high-level meeting with his country's top defense officials a day after India and Pakistan agreed to a ceasefire, facilitated by diplomatic efforts and pressure from the United States. The meeting included Indian Defense Minister, Foreign Minister, National Security Advisor, Army Chief General, Air Force Chief, Air Chief Marshal, Navy Chief Admiral, and Chief of Defense Staff. The fragile ceasefire was holding after hours of intense fighting between the two nuclear-armed nations, with U.S. President Donald Trump pledging to seek a resolution to the Kashmir issue. The conflict, which had seen missiles and drones exchanged between the two sides, resulted in dozens of deaths and marked the most intense violence in nearly 30 years.